Here we are with Mikey versus Phil. Mikey with Mega Blastoise, Zapdos, Dragale, Bronzong, Chandelure, and Heatran, bringing in his two fire types against Phil's Piloswine, Blacephalon, Azumarill, Rotamo, Mega Lopunny, and Latios. Mikey, a little bit of a big rip, sitting, unfortunately, is the only player without any wins at the moment, but maybe he can squeeze one out against Phil. Mikey did bring his two fire-type Pokemon, which could prove brutal, considering Phil does have Azumarill, but Azumarill and Latios getting hit pretty heavily from the Zapdos. And we're going to see what Mega Blastoise can really do. Again, the big thing that a lot of people kind of want to deal with on Phil's team are the Blacephalon and the Lopunny and the Rotamo. Three really big, scary Pokemon that Phil really knows how to use. Opens up Electric Grass going up against Shadow Fire. Now, what's nice about this for a start for Mikey is that it actually does kind of slow down whatever Phil's game plan might be. He is probably going to try and do a Volt Switch into something. And now if Mikey predicts the Volt Switch into a Water type, maybe Chandelure can get some really good move off. Assumedly, I don't know what Chandelure has, but I'm thinking Shadow Ball being pretty good in case Phil tries to switch into Blacephalon. Instead, Mikey uses Trick Room, which unfortunately doesn't really benefit him unless Azumarill is spec'd into speed. In which case, Mikey's going to need to switch to a slower Pokemon that is now not going to be super weak to water. And I think Dragale, maybe not the best play. But I guess it is because it's Poison Dragon. Anyway, eats the knockoff. Oh, no. I guess knockoff doesn't knock off Blastoise-ite, which is fair enough. Would be kind of shitty if it did, especially it would make this league's rule a little weird. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, trying to balance some stuff out real quick. That's all. Now, what do we do with Mega Blastoise? Mega Blastoise probably has something like Aura Sphere, and then Dark Pulse, Water Pulse. I don't know. Gets hit by another knockoff. It Water Pulses. That's a crazy turn. Unfortunately, this Blastoise, even though it's Mega, is now sitting at 27%, and it ain't looking good. So, if you're Mikey, what do you do? I don't know, but I think Phil is totally content with just spamming knockoff. He really doesn't have anything to worry about. In comes Zapdos, gets hit by another knockoff. And down go its Fur's Heavy Boots. And in comes the Ground Ice type Piloswine, and Trick Room now over. Yeah, the Trick Room play was a little bit unfortunate because Chandelure just completely outsped Azumarill. And honestly, a lot of Phil's Pokemon are fast, but he is rocking two very powerful, slower Pokemon in Azumarill and Evil Lighted Piloswine. So let's see what Mikey's going to do with his Bronzong, which hopefully has Levitate, or he can just bait out the fact that it has Levitate, and in comes Gyro Ball, easy switch for Phil. Now, before, it was really good that this Rotamo had to go up against Chandelure, but in comes Volt Switch into something else, and hopefully Mikey's going to be able to predict this switch into something good. Now, if you're Phil, you probably don't send Azumarill again. He's probably debating about what he wants to switch into. Most likely not Mega Lopunny. He doesn't want to do that yet. He doesn't want to get damage on the Lopunny before it can actually set off, because his recent sweepage with that Mega Fighting type has been pretty scary. So maybe Blacephalon, and it is in fact Blacephalon. Mikey used that turn for Stealth Rocks and Leftovers now coming out. Big rip to have a Ghost and Fire type out against a Steel and Psychic type. And Mikey does run Levitate, because if he had Heat Proof, he wasn't worried too much. But in comes Shadow Ball. Bold choice to send out something weak to Shadow Ball into a Pokemon that absolutely knows it. I have no idea how he handles this. I mean, he's sending out Heatran to resist some type of fire move, and I guess he's going to try and use Earthquake or something, but in comes Shadow Ball. It is choiced. It is a choiced, what? I don't know what Magma Storm does, but I felt like Earthquake would have been better. I don't know. I could be crazy here. Or whatever. Some Earth move would have been better, because it would have been super effective. Maybe not. Maybe Fire is not weak to Earth. Anyway, the choice just shooting Shadow Ball out. Bonus special attack from Blacephalon from Phil. Looking pretty good. Phil doesn't have to really commit to doing anything, really. It's kind of up to Mikey to really make Phil react. And at the moment, Phil has an injured Blacephalon and a lightly grazed Rotom Mow and a lightly grazed Azumarill. Oh, Draco Meteor taking out the Blacephalon. Unfortunately, Dragaley is down, and if it switches back in, it will instantly die to Stealth Rocks. Considering that what I was getting at was that Mikey's Pokemon are oh so low. What does he do here? I think Azumarill just spams knockoff again. What do? You give up Dragaley, sure. No? Oh, he gets eaten by the Aqua Jet. Bold. Dragaley, not faster than Azumarill, so the Aqua Jet kind of wasn't necessary. And I guess the Azumarill also is choiced. So it's choice for Aqua Jet. Trick Room set up again. So now the Bronzong will outspeed the Azumarill, and in's going to come a Volt Switch. Unfortunately, only 2 Pokemon outspeed Azumarill on Mikey's team with Trick Room up, and Bronzong and Dragaley are the only 2. They are the only Pokemon that are going to outspeed it. Oh my god. Phil could easily send Azumarill in for Aqua Jet, which is what he's going to do. Or he could just spam knockoff again. But he doesn't. He gets the guaranteed kill with Aqua Jet, and he's going to switch out Azumarill for a different Pokemon afterwards. Mikey probably putting in Zapdos. Oh, even then. No, what do? You just put in Blastoise, right? Instead, I think it is actually over. Mikey immediately dies to Dragaley. Zapdos is going to take enough damage that Aqua Jet will kill it. And it's over. I think you switched in Blastoise for sure there, so that it ate the choiced Aqua Jet. Unless it's not choiced, in which case I don't know, but I mean Blastoise is so weak. Too many hits, man. Big rip. Fake Out worked pretty well there, but now Trick Room is over. Blastoise is going to be faster than Azumarill, but Azumarill again has Aqua Jet to seal out the remaining 2 Pokemon on Mikey's team. Mikey still has to get through 100% Latios, 100% Lopunny, 100% Piloswine. Yeah, there were some pretty bold choices here. Because I really don't expect there to be a crazy turnaround like last game, like Jeff v. Britt. But I will say that coming in Phil's got some pretty terrifying Pokemon, and he didn't even use one of them, really. He didn't use his Mega. And you gotta think that maybe with this, like, maybe a little bit more practice and, like, with your own team, because Phil is very comfortable with Rotom Mow. Good game from Phil. Good game from Mikey. You just gotta, I feel like it just comes with a lot of practice. You gotta get, like, a little bit more used to the team. It seems just a little bit like he's not very comfortable in what he's doing with a lot of the Pokemon that he has, which is a bit of a rip. A bit of a big rip.